Howdy folks, hope you're all having a good one, and welcome back to World of Tanks with the Mighty Jingles, where today we have a Tier 10 assault battle here on the Ghost Town map, starring, and this has to be the best name I've seen on anybody in a game this week, Kaiser Soze Saucy Sausage, in the Swedish Tier 10 medium tank, even though it does look a bit like a tank destroyer, the UDES 1516. I keep making these references to movies because that's where his name comes from. The movie, The Usual Suspects, and I just assume everybody's going to get it, but then I remember that The Usual Suspects came out nearly 30 years ago, and then I feel really, really old. But anyway, note the ELC even 90 on the team said in the beginning of the battle, where are all my shooters going to go? So he knows where to go and spot. And absolutely nobody replies to him, aside from the T-49, the other scout on the team, who indicates that he's going to head south. So, I mean, you know, he's trying to communicate. He decides he's going to go and spot north. And Kaiser says, oh, I'm heading north, but I can't promise anything. I mean, he's not a tank destroyer, even though he does look like one. This is an interesting design. The turret's completely unmanned, by the way. It's remote controlled from inside. Only has 3 crew, though, which does seem like a bit of an oversight, considering this is a Cold War tank. But, I mean, I suppose you fit the number of crew in that'll fit. But it does mean you're going to have a very overworked commander, because as well as commanding the tank, he also has to work the radio and assist the gunner in loading the gun. Yep, the gunner has a part-time job as well, but the commander has 3, and it seems like a bit much. Only the driver has one thing to do, drive the tank. But, well, oh, hang on a second, Death Star spotted. Oh, good hit. Very good gun on this thing, by the way. Pretty accurate. Aiming time, 2.2 seconds. Not great, but it's not bad either. But the alpha damage is really nice. This is a 120mm gun on a medium tank. It has 254mm of penetration, and it does 440 average damage. I think it might be the hardest hitting medium tank gun in the game, or at least tied for that title. And it doesn't even have that bad of a reload, less than 10 seconds. I mean, generally you put a big gun on a medium tank, it pays for it with a slow reload. But this one doesn't. Like the Mark 7 Centurion, for example, gets that 105mm gun. But it has a lousy DPM because it has a slow reload, less than 6 shots per minute. And okay, the Centurion's a tier lower than this thing, but it also has a smaller caliber gun. This thing has no such problems, so where's the downside? Because it's fast as well, and it's low profile, and it's pretty sneaky for a medium tank with a big gun. Not as sneaky as the ELC, obviously, who looks like he's flanking around to try to respot the Death Star. So where's the downside on this machine? Well, that would be the armour thickness. It doesn't have any. It relies heavily on the extreme sloping of the frontal surfaces for its protection. I mean, the turret's not bad. The turret has 100mm and is also very well sloped, but the hull armour at its thickest is only 70mm thick. Enemy team picking up an early 2-kill lead, starting by nailing the T-49 who went down south. It means the 2 tank destroyers down there have just lost their eyes and ears, but Kaiser has just spotted an opportunity to take out an enemy medium. Perfectly timed, can't get any help from the Death Star on the ridge overhead. He's looking for a weak spot to shoot at, he can't find one. And there's Kaiser's first kill, assisted by this excellent teammate in the ELC even 90. Now, this is going to be risky, going for the Death Star. It's worth taking a shot, and then immediately back up because the enemy tanks in the town are going to be shooting this way as soon as you all get spotted. There's an extremely brave Pershing. Oh, the Death Star panicked and missed the shot. And now he's dead. And there's the second kill. Alright, that Pershing probably saw his life flashing in front of his eyes there. But they've now won this flank. The ELC is already heading south to scout. There's the Renegade. Oh, you really? Low damage roll. The Pershing missed, or hit and failed to penetrate. More likely he hit and failed to penetrate, but seriously, 10 hit points. Somebody kill it. Really? Okay, fine. I mean, you know, a kill's a kill. And the team need kills, because they were down 2. Okay. ELC's found himself another sneaky little bush to hide in. I love his name too, by the way. Trying to be positive. And he is, you know, he's trying to communicate with his team. And he's gotten himself another 2 spots. Enemy artillery and that pattern tank. Oh, Kaiser missed. I think that's the first shot he's fired this game that hasn't hit the target. Can he do it again? That wasn't a challenge, by the way. Let's not do it again. Where is he? Come on. Oh, well, at least it hit. 254 millimeters of penetration. Okay, this is a kill. But the rear of the tank to shoot at. There it is. Right, okay. ELC begging for help there. And it's not like Kaiser wasn't trying, but yeah, a couple of unlucky shots. So now for the Geschützwagen E100, who is getting very, very suspicious about the bush that trying to be positive is hiding in. He's on the other side of that ship over there, I think. That's where he certainly appeared to be. Once again, the scores are even. Remember, this is assault mode, so Kaiser's team have 10 minutes to either kill all enemy tanks, and they've just gone down a kill, or capture the base. Enemy team can win just by surviving. There's Ollie. And that was actually a high damage roll, but it wasn't enough. 440 average damage, the Geschützwagen E100 has 550 health. If you want to one-shot it, you probably have to load the high explosive, but if you load the high explosive, I guarantee it will hit the E100 part of the Geschützwagen E100 and fail to penetrate. Oh, beautiful, beautiful shot. Nice, there goes the forest spirit. No, I don't know what a forest spirit is, but I don't need to because it's dead. Oh, okay, that one. Honestly, I gave up trying to keep track of all the made-up shit they keep putting into this game years ago. But it's dead now, so it doesn't matter. Enemy T-30, and that thing has got a seriously big gun. And he just doesn't... Well, it looked like he had a shot, but I don't know where that one went. And they're now down a kill. Once again, they just lost the WZ-114. And that was a decent hit. Wasn't even fully aimed, but, well, 2.2 second aiming time. T-30 was pulling back. He probably didn't really have time to wait. Still down a kill, though. And with slightly more than 2 minutes remaining to either knock out all 4 remaining enemy tanks or win by capping. And let's face it, they're not going to win by capping. Who spotted him there? Because it wasn't the T-30. Ah. The enemy team have a surviving T-49. Okay, that changes things. There he is. So the T-30 knows he's coming, so there's no way he's going around that corner. The Pershing is cutting off the T-49 from this side. And from here, the T-30 and the Su-130TM shouldn't have shots at him. There's the T-49, and he's just beaten to the punch by the Pershing. And honestly, good job, Pershing. It's a tier 8 tank in a tier 10. It's not even that good, a tier 8 tank. Pershing's had a tough time even when they're top tier, certainly not when they're down tiered. Oh, there's the Su-130, but he just doesn't have a shot. Meanwhile, the ELC is strapping his brave pants on. I think he's trying to get so close to the T-30 it can't depress its gun to hit him. I think, but well, whatever he was trying to do, it didn't work. Beautiful shot on the T-30, high damage roll, engine fire, not enough. Instant use of the fire extinguisher, so he closes in, finishes them off with a ram, and it's 2 on 2 with less than 2 minutes to go. Takes a fairly nasty hit there from the Su-130PM, but the Su-130 does not survive the return shot. It's now 2 versus 1, but the enemy Progetto hasn't been seen since he killed the friendly artillery nearly 5 minutes ago, and he's racked up 2 kills, so you can't just assume he's AFK. Now, if you don't know where the last surviving enemy is, make him come to you by sitting in the cap circle. And with Kaiser and the Pershing in the cap circle, they're going to win in, well, 40 seconds. And there's 1 minute and 20 seconds left, so the Progetto now has no choice. He can either lose, or he can try to make a fight of it. But he only needs to kill one of them, because there isn't enough time left for one tank to win by capping. And seriously, 81 hit points, and he's taken out the Pershing. He's now reloading, but he doesn't need to kill Kaiser in order to win. He just needs to run, hide, and stay alive for the next 54 seconds. Kaiser must find him and must catch him. And the Progetto isn't a slow tank, but neither is the UDES 1516. Now remember, the Progetto's an autoloader, but it loads slower the fewer shots you have in the magazine, which means the Progetto is now on its slowest possible reload, and with 33 seconds to go, Kaiser is under no such limitations. The Progetto could have actually won that if he hadn't fired the shot, because Kaiser was actually heading the other way, assuming the Progetto was leading them on chase around the houses. Or alternatively, wait until he had 2 shots before revealing his position, because with 349 health remaining, you're going to need an extremely high damage roll to one-shot a tank with a gun that does 240 average damage. Either way, the Progetto's loss was Kaiser's win. That was an 8-kill Radley Walters medal. I mean, obviously there aren't any other kind of Radley Walters medals, you know what I mean. With 5,000, nearly 5,400 damage done. Commiserations, of course, to that poor Progetto, who, remember, like the Pershing, is a tier 8 medium tank in a tier 10 battle. Did over 5,000 damage of his own, 1,500 Spartan damage, more than 1,000 base experience on a defeat. Tier 8 medium tank, making his higher tier teammates look like utter noobs. And very, very nearly carried it, but, well, nearly is the same as didn't. So, never mind. Maybe next time. Shout out also, of course, to Trying to Be Positive in the ELC Even 90, who I think got absolutely robbed. Only finished 4th on the team with only 1,500 Spartan damage. It's not like he wasn't trying hard enough, it's just that with the exception of Kaiser, nobody else on the team was. Kaiser appeared to be the only one shooting at the targets that he was spotting. If you're watching this, by the way, you know, try to be positive. I mean, you weren't doing anything wrong. You can lead your teammates to targets, but you can't make them shoot. Anyway, 8 kills, Radley Walters medal for Kaiser Soze Saucy Sausage in the UDES 15-16. And he didn't even lose money on this battle, because he didn't fire any gold ammo, because he didn't need to. Wow, look at that. Although, only good enough for a first-class mastery badge, which gives you some idea of just how well people are actually doing in this tier 10 Swedish medium tank. Hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, take care, and I'll catch you next time.